John and I are talking about the Obamas. They didn't just change the political landscape. Now they got us rethinking what relationships look like. Unapologetic and leaving the traditionalists clutching their pearls. I love it. Meet me in the comments.
You'd mentioned about Barack Hussein Obama. Barack Obama identifies as a black man.
And that's his choice.
Okay, it is his choice, but that's how the world sees him when they
So it's just interesting to me that you are so obsessed with the external vision. You don't have any internal anything. It's whatever the world sees. And so you just are a sheep. For somebody that graduated from this Mecca that you like to describe all the time, you would think that you would be charting and leading. You're a sheep.
Well, the Mecca is always charting and leading.
Well, apparently, did you get your degree? I would like to see your papers, sir.
Now you want to see my papers. Again, so anyway, as I was saying, with Obama, there were a couple things that jumped out this week. One was you had the shit show and you had Tulsi Gabbard, who decided that they were going to throw some vitriol Obama's way and say that, hey, he's a little dirty. He's a little, he did X, Y, and Z. And we got to open up an investigation into him because he may have done some things that were illegal. What say you with respect to Mr. Obama and obviously the news that the shit show and his DNI decided that they were going to unleash this week as he's trying to get out of the shitstorm that is Jeffrey Epstein?
Okay, so that's exactly what I'm saying, Epstein. So he's going to do whatever he can to distract. And if you really want to distract, you always find a scapegoat. You always find someone that the public can dehumanize, that somebody can go after, and why not? As they said back in the 90s, blame it on a black man. What the heck?
Now you're saying that Obama is black?
What?
You're saying Obama is black? That's what you're...
He just said he was black, so I can respect him. Whatever he says, that's where I go. So it's distracting. It's just like him and that birther thing, right? And so they want to come after that. The whole thing about the Obamas, they might be breaking up. You're not breaking up. You're literally not going to break up because you're going to have a country of intervention. It's not happening. So I don't care what he did. I don't care what she did. You're not breaking up. I have spoken.
Who is breaking up? What are you talking about?
The Obamas. They had this whole narrative that they may be breaking up. John, please be dialed in.
What does that have to do with the shit show?
I'm just saying that putting these narratives out about the Obamas because they are well respected and revered in the American people. It's a good way to distract away from the Epstein files and what's going on there. And I think that if Obama had anything that was going on, they had 8 years. They would have loved to find. I'm sure that they were digging through his trash. They were complaining because he had on a tan suit and Michelle showed her arms. Like, that was the best you could do. If they had something else, I promise you, he would have been run out of office. They tried the IRS thing. That didn't stick. They tried that you can keep your health care provider. It didn't stick to him. It may have hurt some of the other people on the Democratic ticket, but they tried their best to find something. And so now you're going to be like, we found it. No, you didn't.
So did I understand your argument? Your position is that Obama, because they've been trying to, anytime the shit show finds himself in a mess, it is true that he always tries to blame the black man for something, and the black man being Obama. He uses Obama as his try to get out of jail free card.
Sure.
And so anytime there's some type of controversy, then he's like, well, I know I did this, but Obama, and that needs to be his catchphrase, but Obama.
When my brother was born, we changed my mom's name to Mama Clay. Mama Clay's doing this. Mama Clay.
So yes, I will agree that the shit show has a tendency to try to blame Obama and try to use Obama as an excuse to distract from stuff that he will find himself in. And the reason he does that is, in a lot of ways, we can have a through line between where we are now in America and what happened when Obama became president. Broke white folk. White folk have not been the same since Obama was elected not once but twice to become POTUS of the United States. And there's a subset of white folk, whether it's the Tea Party, whether it's individuals who are now MAGA, who believe that a black man should never be president of the United States.
And according to you, since we go by what the world believes, you're right. They're right. You should never try and be president because the American public has spoken. And so you go ahead and you just keep on keeping on, whatever you're doing. You could be a senator.
I don't know if I said that.
said that however the world sees you, that you need to comport yourself to that. So if the world sees you as non-presidential, according to you, sir, that he shouldn't be president. That's what I heard.
That is not what I said.
That's what I heard. Judge, please move on. Make counsel move on, please.
No, I will say,
Please
said, to
rest
be
your case.
clear, however the world sees you has to inform how you.
Right. So stop acting like you're the president because the world doesn't see you as presidential, black man.
You're petty.
No, I'm just smarter than you.
I don't know about that. So with the Obama thing, a couple of things that you said caught my attention. One, I think part of the speculation about the Obama's marriage in terms of Michelle living her best life and going out and doing her things, and people are up in arms because how dare Michelle get out here and do a podcast or write a book or not attend Jimmy Carter's wedding? There must be something wrong in their marriage. And whether Obama is out here cavorting with, I think it was Jennifer Aniston he was having the relationship with, or someone else, it's always something with the Obamas and with people looking to find, as you said, that little something that will say, see, I told you they weren't perfect or they aren't perfect, or I told you that the individuals that you looked up to had flaws. No one is saying that the Obamas are perfect. But I think the interesting thing is, why do we hold them to a standard that we don't seem to hold anyone else?
Who is we?
So there is a subset of the population who believes that the Obamas, for all they've accomplished, there's still some dirt there, and they want to expose that dirt. And I do agree with you that if there was something, they've had 8, 12, 16 years to find out what that something is. And by now that something would have leaked. So from that standpoint, we look at the Obamas, we look at their relationship, we look at individuals who may aspire to have the relationship that they have. And we forget, I think, at the end of the day, that these are people who are relatively young and they're charting their lives after having served this country for 8 years, and they're finding out what it is that makes them happy. And so for them, I applaud what it is that they're doing. It's not my business whether or not they're doing things separately or doing things together. I think it, if anything, it shows a healthy relationship where you have a partner respects the other partner and stands back and applauds what it is that that partner is doing outside of him or her. They're watching them develop their own identity. So from that standpoint, I would agree that when you think about healthy couples, Obamas appear to have a healthy relationship. And when you think about what it is that they've been able to accomplish, I would love for any of my relatives, friends, or future generations to be able to accomplish just a third or a half of what it is that they've been able to accomplish. And that's even with Obama deciding to call himself a black man.
I'm going to say this again, counsel, because apparently you like to talk, but your listening skills, please refer to the rubric, sir, that I don't define who you are. That is your choice. And if we look at their relationship, I think that during COVID, a lot of people took a hard look at how society defined things, whether it was relationships, whether it was things that we wanted. A lot of that stuff came from society. And people started to say, you know what, I'm charting my own course. And so when we look at the Obamas or we look at other non-traditional relationships, I think it's uncomfortable, but I also think it's liberating and it's beautiful because I don't have to live my life according to society's rules. And you and I have talked about this before. Usually for Black people, the way that we show up in this world and are expected to show up in this world is really defined by white society, white media. And for us to take back some of that ownership and say, no, I'm going to go ahead and do my own thing, I think that is a beautiful thing. And I support and applaud that. I know it's going to be uncomfortable for a lot of people. It's going to be uncomfortable for a lot of white people. Like, what are you doing? What are you saying? You do it all the time. And this is what we're doing. I applaud that. And I also say for anyone that has a non-traditional relationship, that's going to become the norm, right? So that's the norm. I don't have to comport myself the way you want me to. I don't have to identify the way you want me to. I am my own person. Please stay in your house, in your lane, and do whatever you want to do with yourself. I'm going to go back to this. Stop getting in other people's business.
We agree there. We agree there. And well said. Speaking of.
Sir, did you just have an outer body experience? You just gave me a compliment. You feeling all right over there?
I did. So bookmark this because you never know if you'll ever see that again or hear that again. As we think about this episode and we think about the impact of the fact that you have vitriol toward Black men and
Black men, if you have read the rubric and you've done your work and you're ready to engage, come on over. Just kidding. Don't come over because you know I don't talk to people. I'm not Southern.
We're going to go back to something you said about this because you made a comment about the Golden Corral and more importantly, a 5-star restaurant. And I will just say this, that a lot of guys want a woman that can appreciate a nice buffet. So when you think about the week that was and the week that's we're facing, what are some of the things that you're looking forward to this week?
I am looking forward. This is something that I do. When the boys leave, they leave today. I look forward to seeing how fast I can get into the bed at night. And so if I can get in at 7, yes. And I will say that my man, speaking of Black men, Sterling has a new series out, and I can't wait to get into the bed and watch his new series on Hulu.
That sounds just so creepy.
Creepy.
Can't wait to get into bed and watch Sterling on Hulu.
It's comfortable. I get to watch the show talking about
Anyway,
ruin everything.
It's going to be an interesting week because I need to clean up a couple of things with respect to some projects that I need to finish. Other than that, I'm thinking about the fact that this summer has gone by so fast. We're now at the end of July.
You know what, John? Happy birthday. I totally forgot about that.
Well,
everybody, John had a birthday yesterday.
Yeah. Thank you.
I know that birthdays are supposed to make you wiser, but, diversity. So you had some projects that you need to do. What else was happening?
Oh, Jesus. Yes, I have some projects that I have to clean up. And as we turn the page on the month of July and we start heading into what I consider the greatest season of the year, which is fall. It's my favorite season of the year.
Same.
And because for me, it's football.
I fall in love during the fall, and then I can't stand you as we get into spring and summer. But in the fall, I'm falling in love. I love football. I love the boots. I love the weather. I am a fall girl. And, of course, all of the stolen hotel robes that I have, I like to cuddle up in those.
Here's hoping that the hotels that you've spent time in, they come find you and arrest you for stealing. Thank you. No alleged. You stole. They can find the evidence in your house. Thank you again for spending time talking to us this week. We know that you could be spending your time doing a lot of things. We always take some time this week to do something nice for yourself. And while you're at it, make some time to do something nice for someone else. Until we talk to you, we'll speak to you next time.
Well, thanks for joining us for another lively discussion. This podcast is a production of the SME Media Group, LLC. All rights are reserved. If you like this episode, click on the link in the right-hand corner and check out additional content. Also, be sure to subscribe to the I Take Your Point podcast to ensure you're getting all of your content. Until next time, take care and be well.